Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Dave coming at you with game talk with R&D. I'm the Dave in R&D. Today I'll be bringing you my 7-win arena run with House Dagoth here. I always like to take red if I can in 3 colors. Always better than 2. Fighters Guild Steward over the trial. Fighters Guild Steward is one of those cards you can throw a creature into something in the shadow lane or any other creature on the board, and wow, great value. Bandary Bruiser is our pick here. I don't like the Stable Master. Clockwork Scorpion, obviously one of the better cards in the game. The reason you play green. Fighters Guild Recruit, also as good as Clockwork Scorpion in many ways. Rapid Shot, not a bad card, but here the Barazar's Tinkering is definitely the pick. Our first Spirit Knife, we don't need the 3-drop Garter yet. We will take the 3-drop Lethal, though. I like that. We're going to find better drainers than the 2 1-for-1. And stay away from 1-drops unless they are really good. Mortal Gatekeeper here. Lesser Ward is a great card, but Mortal Gatekeeper is one of the best 3-drops in the game, and it's a prophecy. Spirit Knife number 2 here. Okay, don't mind if I do. Spirit Knife is one of those 7-drops I will take 2 of. Good 8-drop with Guard Ward. Corner Club Gambler is a great card, but Murkwater Shaman is tried and true. Can't go wrong. So as a pawnbroker, always like 2/3 2-drops. The fact that she gives you a random 0-drop when you plop her is just amazing. Spirit Knife number 3, no thank you, but Savage Ogre, yes please. Another Susan Pawnbroker, yeah, we'll take her. She's really good. Here we'd rather have the 3/3 for 3 with the uptick if you put an item on him. He can be quite amazing. We do not want a second Savage Ogre, and the Murkwater Guide is a little underwhelming, so we're going to take the Cliff Hunter. Very versatile card. Ash Berserker, hands down, no question. The Sorceress here, because we just took the Ash Berserker, we want creatures with 5 power. With that being said, the Stone Throw here is the pick because we want to have some removal. Redorn Battle Spear, all the way. You almost always take that card if you see it. It's one of the best cards in the game. They nerfed it to rare for a reason. Second Fighters Guild Recruit, amazing. Here we're going to take the Dagoth Oathman over the Lesser Ward again. This coming out on turn 3 as a 4/4, turn 5/5 on turn 4. Just amazing. Rift and Pillager, great card later in the game. Relic Hunter, excellent card, even with only 1 item. Here, while these other 2 cards are excellent, we're going to take the Blighted Werebat. It's just too good to pass up. One of those new cards. Once again, same thing here. Imposter's Mission can be a really strong card. We're hoping that thing comes out as a 5/5 or 6/6 for 4 a lot of the time. Frostscale Dragon here. Those other 2 cards are okay, but Frostscale Dragon just gives you so much value. We need a little bit of more card draw, and so that Triumphant Jarl is some of the best card draw in the game. And a second Blighted Werebat, definitely the pick here. And for our last and final pick, we are definitely going to take the Elusive Shimmer to fill out our curve and give us just a little bit more card draw. So this deck has everything that we want going for it. We have a nice curve, minions that we can play on every drop. We have a little bit of drain. We have some card draw. We have threats that the opponent must take care of. We have some prophecies. We have 4 or 5 spells. Overall, this seems like a really strong, powerful deck. So here we have a Bandary Bruiser that we're going to hold on to. And we're going to pick up 3 drops. Our opponent's going to pass turn on turn 1 and turn 2, allowing us to get our Bruiser out on turn 2 with the ring. I sped the game up a little bit there, just out of just to let you guys know this is pre-recorded and I'm doing a voiceover. So this is definitely cut, edited, so that I could get all 7 games in under an hour. So he's going to reverberating strike my Pilfer over there. Smart play. But, as I said earlier, being able to play that Dagoth Oathman on turn 3 as a 4/4 is allowing me to get a sweet trade. I decided to give the Dagoth Oathman the +2 in hopes that it lives through this next turn in order to get a 6/6 imposter on the board. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. We're going to get the 6/6 imposter, put him behind our 2/2 Garter. We're pretty confident that he's going to take care of that 6/1 with the 5/2 for us. He didn't. He firebolted it, but that's okay. He's going to hit us in the head for 5 and let us draw a card. That's great. More card draw. And he's going to simply cast into time. Oh, that's my puppy having puppy dog dreams in the background. That'll probably have to stay in. It's pretty cute. All right, so we got our Scorpion out on the right to deal with that 5/2, and he's going to do everything he can to deal with that Scorpion. And in the meantime, throw an Execute out. So he's played a lot of cards that turn, and I don't see a whole lot of value out of the cards he played. We're going to just throw this Battle Spear we drew. What a great top deck for us. Onto the Scorpion. Clear out the 5/2. He does not show enough on board to even get rid of our Spider or Scorpion. So we're just going to throw our Elusive Shimmer out there, get some information. Picked up a Stone Throw. It's a great card for us right now. And he doesn't like that land enough to just Dawn's Wrath the whole thing. So that puts us way up on cards now. If you notice, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards to his 3. It's kind of ridiculous. So we're going to throw our big Guard Ward, spend all of our 8 mana. And he's going to Writ of Execute it and gain 5 life. That is not a good card. And this 5/4 shackled creature, can't say I'm a huge fan of that either. It's not a bad card. It's definitely better than the potion he played. All right, so we're just going to double up on our Ash creatures and get the Werebat and our Ash Berserker out so we can keep drawing cards. And I really don't see us having any problem staying on top of this. The Manticore comes down and destroys the big threat, but that's okay. We're going to Spirit Knife that and draw our own card, drawing us into a Triumphant Jarl, even more card draw. Picked up a Cruel Firebloom from the Saram Pawnbroker. That's a really good card. And throw it in. We're just going to hog up that left lane because, we put a Garter over in the right. And I don't need to get rid of it. So we're just going to be patient and load up the left-hand lane. He is going to play a 8/4 over in the right, spending 2 cards in the process. So I'm just going to go face here. Well, I'm going to hit him down to 11 first. Play the Frost Dragon to get rid of his 1 threat, and then use the Cruel Firebloom on the other minion that already attacked. And finally finish it up with the Rift and Pillager, who comes in as a 7/8 because we've destroyed 4 runes. So we got some shenanigans going on up here, but we have sped up time to get to the end here. And there's game number 1. Not too tricky. Nothing outrageous. Once again, our deck is well balanced, has good cards all up and down. Second game here, we open up. We're going to throw back the Gatekeeper and the Pillager. They're both better cards later in the game, and one says Prophecy, so we want to get those in our deck. Pick up a 7 and a 4 and a 3-drop. He is going to pass turn or play open with a 2/2 Rallier in the right, and we're going to pick up an 8 drop. So nothing to do on turn 2 for ourselves. Not looking great. He's going to play a 3/3 drainer in the left, so definitely behind here, but that's okay. We can come back from this. Going to put down our Battle Mage in the right. Represent getting rid of that 2/2. He's going to betray, but not use the ability to get rid of it. So I'm going to pick up a Cliff Strider on a Lucky Prophecy. Wow. Wow. That's a 2-for-1 Cliff Strider. That's why he's such a good card. Why I picked him up in the draft. Because when he comes out as a prophecy, you know, he's 6 mana for a reason, and so 6 mana prophecies are just that situation. So I got my Murkwater Shaman out on the left. I'm going to start drawing curse cards. There's a good pickup in the Jarl. So at this point, I am really interested in getting ahead on life because I drew that Triumphant Jarl. So I'm going to represent taking care of that 1/2 regardless of what he does. He's probably going to kill the 3/3. Kill my Murkwater Shaman and play his own Shaman in the right along with another Drainer. So it could get hard to keep him from gaining too much more life, but we'll see what happens here. So we're going to hit him for 2. And we're going to tinker on our 3 drop. We don't like what we tinkered into, so we're just going to sacrifice our freshly played card draw that goes back into our deck. And we're going to change his 09 Garter into a 2/2 Mummy. So, don't know if that was the best thing or not. I guess I don't want to have to deal with an 09 Garter, which is what that would be right now. I'd rather have that be a 2/2. And another 1/3 Drainer. So this is, it's 2 1/3 Drainers that are just, you know, maybe you want one of those in your deck, but definitely don't need 2. But maybe that was the best pick he had. So we're going to take care of his Shaman. We don't need him drawing any more curse cards. Stone throw the 2/4 while we have a chance to good value out of it. And throw the Fighters Guild Recruit in the right-hand lane. If he wants to kill the Recruit with his 2/2 and hit me in the head for 1 to gain a life, I am perfectly fine with that. Alright, he's going to get a kill that with the curse. I should have known he had that curse. But that's okay. He's going to play a Scorpion over in the right. We're going to simply Spirit Knife that Scorpion. Oh, no, we're not. I decided to not Spirit Knife the Scorpion because I don't care. I'm going to just get my rally on over in the left-hand lane. Now we Spirit Knife the Scorpion. Play the Pawnbroker so that we can get some information in a 0-drop. Paralyze. That's going to come in handy. And clear it out the board and pass turn. I remember now. I was thinking I was so far up on cards that I could afford to take one more hit. And I knew he had to hit me in the face with the Scorpion, and so I let him. And I knew he'd want to. let me get so far up on cards that there's just no way he's going to be able to really come back. So we're going to drop the dragon, which does 4 damage to an enemy and 1 damage to all the other enemies. Finish off the big garter with our minion and clear out the board. Continue to rally. Use the paralyze on the 2/1 just to prevent any further damage from happening. He's going to pass turn. He obviously doesn't like what he has. I'm going to play the 0-drop Elusive Shimmer and a pair of Werebats. Pass turn, not hit him for 6, and he's going to quit. He did not like the 2 Werebats, so easy victory there at the end. He got me down to 10 life, but then felt his death was imminent, which I assure you it was. Alright, no to the Triumphant Jarl. Yes to the 2 and the 3-drop. These are a great combination of cards to have. We like picking up the pawnbroker in this situation. Just going to coin out our 3/3. He has passed turn on 1 and 2, and he's going to play a Shock Fabricant on turn 3, and it's not going to trigger. So that's going to allow us to just get our card draw on and get that Elusive Shimmer into our deck as early as possible, which is good for us. We're sitting in a good position here. Picking up a Spirit Knife. There is a Oathman. That's going to come down as a 4/4 because we have a blue card in play. So we're going to play him before we sacrifice our minions into his Farron Defender, leaving us with 4/4. Lurking Mummy, not a bad card, but we're just going to assemble and lethal onto our sanitizer there and then get a 0-drop in the left-hand lane there. And pass turn, we don't want to do any damage to that 2/6. He's going to play a Pillager and a Garter that's plopping Garter. We only have 6 mana, so our only play here is to play a 4/4 Imposter, use our 4/4 to clear out his 4/3, use our Pawnbroker to get rid of his 2/3 and be up on the board with the 4/4. Play it nice and safe here. We're even on life. We're up on board. We're just going to Spirit Knife that 5/5 and let him do 5 damage to our head and draw a card. That is excellent for us. And we're going to go ahead and let him draw a card by hitting him for 4, since we definitely want to stay up on life, especially drawing that Triumphant Jarl. One of those cards that we need to be ahead on life for it to trigger. Otherwise, it's just a 4/4 for 6, not very good. But when he draws you 2 cards, fantastic. So he's going to put 4 Imperial Grunts in the left, throw a Rising of Bones down in the right, sacrifice a Grunt to play another 3/3 in the left. Not a bad turn, but we're just going to clear out the 3/3 and play the 1/2 to represent clearing out a pair of both the 1/1s. Get our 0-drop from the Pawnbroker and get information first. We got a curse. Then we're going to get the Triumphant Jarl out there, get more information. Decided to use the curse on the 1/1 so that way our 4/1 stays alive. He has to throw both those 1/1s into our 1/2. That's not the way it worked out. He played a Legion Prefect, so he gave all of his creatures +2/+2. Had some really, really good value from his Legion Prefect, but not good enough. My dragon on turn 9 is going to hit the board and clear his 4/4, clearing a couple of his other smaller minions, and we're just going to go for the face here because we want to stay ahead. He's going to play a Daedric Descent onto his Legion Prefect and get some value out of it and clear out my board, leaving himself with a 7-2 and a 3-1. And, oh man, that is a big boy, a 13-13 over there. Well, maybe I should have cleared the board out. What we're going to do is we're going to give the 6-6 plus 2 and put a 2-2 garter over in the right. And then we're going to throw the 8-6 into the 3-1, slam him in the head for 8, and play the 3-2 in the left. So this made it so that he would only has 19 on board, even if he got rid of our 2-2. He doesn't have a way of getting rid of our 2-2, so he has to swap the 7-2 into a 2-7 and get rid of the 2-2. He has the Exalter, the Garter, the 3-3 guard, and he can hit us in the head, but we drew the Cliff Hunter. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a top deck. We didn't need it. Oh, and a second prophecy, and that's going to cause him to rage quit because, well, he's dead. We got him. Double prophecies at the end for the third win. Throw back the Spirit Knife and the Frostscale Dragon here. Keep the Pawnbroker. So when you get 7 wins, you have to get lucky in the draft. You have to get a little lucky in your opponents, and you have to get lucky in the cards that you get drawn. You draw into. So anytime you go 7-0, there's an element of luck involved. I will give it that, but there's also a high amount of skill in drafting well and playing the game well. And that last game, I feel like that last play in particular was clutch. Seeing the guard in the right and slamming him in the face for 8. Here we're going to just play the Pawnbroker over on the left to open things up. This time he's going to spend 2 cards to get rid of my lethal Garter on the right. It doesn't seem like the greatest play. I'm already up on card advantage now. So I'm just going to play our 3-2 Pilfer over on the left. He's going to answer that with a 2-3 and another 2-3 that's going to silence my 3-1. All right, well, instead of pilfering, we'll just get rid of his 2-3 with him and go ahead and take advantage of having the Dagoth Oathman come out as a 4-4. Play him before we break a rune, just in case something happens. No rune broke, so no big deal. He's going to weapon up the 5-3 and then Voltron it all the way up to a 7-5 and kill our 4-4, but leave it vulnerable to our 2-3. Which is what we'll do. We'll kill that with our 2-3, and we're just, since we're ahead on life, we're going to go ahead and just get the Triumphant Jarl out there and get 2 cards. The 4-4 is better than his 2-2, so we have plenty of cards to respond to whatever he does. Another weapon drops onto his 2-2, and he drew a card from that. Pretty good weapon. But he is going to leave a weak target in the 4-1, and we're going to just use the Cliff Hunter to take care of the 1-1 and get a nice 2-for-1. Or not. He's going to use a Reverberating Strike to get rid of our Cliff Hunter before it can do the damage and hit us for 4, taking us down to 26. So we're going to Elusive Shemer, get some information, draw a card, and then play the Rift and Pillager. We're not getting a lot of value out of the Pillager. He just comes out as a 3-4, but it is big enough to represent mopping up that side of the board. He is going to play a bat and use a grappling hook on it to Voltron it up. Another great weapon this guy used, but I don't know if he used it in the best way. So we're dealing with a 4-1 and a 5-1. So with that in mind, we're just going to throw our 5-1 with Ward out there and break the Ward off into his 5-1 Drainer. And that's the reason why the Stewardess, that 3-3, is so good, because with cards like our 5-1 Warder, that becomes a very good combo on turn 8, 9. So we finished off our 5-1, leaving us with a 5-1 on board. We're just going to Spirit Knife his Scorpion away and clear out his board with our 5-1. And play our Battle Mage. So we're getting way ahead on cards on this guy. We're a little behind on life, but that's certainly okay. He played a Bannerman. We cannot let that live. I think I would have played that in the other lane if I were him. But he did not, so it is going to die to my Battle-Speared Rehad Battle Mage. So now I have a 4-5 Rallier in the left that I am going to go ahead and turn into a 6-5 Rallier so that I can get another 6-6 Imposter. He's going to pass turn on turn 11 with 3 cards in hand. So we're just going to hit him in the face. Stop at 17. Play the Blighted Werebat. Play the second Blighted Werebat and the Relic Hunter. Pass turn. Hit him for 4 more. Gain 4 life. He is going to play another Grappling Hook and another Steel Scimitar and Voltron up his 8-5 so that he can use a Stone Throw. But it's going to be way too little too late. We're going to play the Dragon just to show him we have it. And finish this thing. No way to keep him from drawing that last rune, or we would have. But that's okay. Sometimes you're so far ahead, it doesn't matter if you let him draw that last rune. There's 4 wins. Here we go with our fifth game. We got a Relic Hunter, Stone Throw, and a Rehad Battle Mage. We're going to put that Stone Throw back, I think. No, we're going to hold on to it. We're going to keep it. It's going to help us get rid of any early threats he might put on the board, especially having the 3-2 out there. So he's going to pass turn on turn 1. So we're just going to get the Relic Hunter out there. Moment of Clarity. He's going to get to look at 3 cards and draw 1. Put 1 in his deck. Doesn't put it on the board, so no threat. We're going to hit him for 3 and play our 3-drop Battle Mage. He's going to barter away, trade in our Battle Spear that we were planning on playing onto our Battle Mage for a 3-3 with guard. That's okay, though. It's okay. We know he has a Battle Spear now, and we're just going to go face for 6 more damage and get him down to 21. And draw a card and get our Elusive Shimmer on the board. The sooner we can get that Shimmer back into our deck, more value we can get out of it. So he played a Fighters Guild Recruit on the left and a Ratway Prospector on the right. We're going to block up the right-hand lane with the Black Sat Protector he gave us and get a 0-drop from our Pawnbroker, get a Close Call, allows us to bring a creature back to our hand from our side of the board, friendly creature, but don't need to use that right now, so we're just going to pass turn after hitting him for 6 more, taking him down to 15. Now, this is a situation where I don't mind letting him draw more cards. He's only got 5 mana. So he used a grappling hook to pull a creature over to the right and kill one of my creatures and give his Ratway Prospector Shadow. So once again, I do not mind hitting him in the head here and letting him draw another card, because what can he do with 6-7 mana? Another card is not really going to help him get him out of this situation. So he's going to play a Cliff Hunter, spend the 6 mana to get rid of one of my minions. I'm going to hit him down to 6. He's draw a Prophecy, but once again, the Prophecy doesn't really going to hurt me. I'm so far ahead that one Prophecy is not going to do anything. Play my Werebat over there on the right, and he's going to quit. Real easy win there. On to game 6. We're going to keep the 3-drop. Even though we don't have the ring, we still like having an answer with the lethal. So no matter what he plays, we can kind of answer it. So this situation, I don't want to play a 2-drop. He passed on turn 1, and I have a solid 3-drop in both my lethal creature and my battle mage. And I want to keep my 2-drop for my pawnbroker so that I can plop her. So he passed turn, luckily. So with the coin, he passed turn. Now he's going to respond by playing a 1-2 with Rally. Then I'm going to use a Stone Throw that I just picked up. Great top deck for me. We're going to use the Stone Throw to get rid of his 1-2 lethal and just hit him for 3. So now he's going to spend 3 mana out of the 5 he had available to play a 2-4. So this guy's getting way behind. Even though he had the coin, he's just not playing optimally. Don't know if he's using his mana unwisely or not. I can't see the rest of his cards, but the fact that he has not used the ring once and 2 turns in a row left mana in his pool is not good. So Skywatch Vindicator comes down onto his skeleton, allowing him to procure a 1-1 Garter. I'm going to get a curse from my Murkwater Shaman. I want my Shaman to stay alive as long as possible, so we're going to play the 1-2 guard lethal in the right. Of course, hit him for 3. And then we're also going to play the Sanitizer, also in the right. So that way, if he can get rid of our 1-2, we can still represent getting rid of that Vindicator. I don't really care if he hits me in the left for 5 mana. Oh, and look at that, a Firestorm. Probably the best card he could drop right there. So he clears out my right lane, but he only hits me for 4, doesn't let me draw a card. So we're just going to put the 3-1 Shemer in the left and the Pawnbroker in the right to gather some information. We pick up a 0-drop Nord Firebrand. And we're going to curse the 1-1 and get rid of it, representing killing the 4-1 with our 3-1. Since we picked up that Nord Firebrand, I felt we could use the curse. So he's going to drop the Spectre and silence my 3-1. Put a weapon onto his skeleton so that it survives the hit. He didn't even put a weapon on it. He used a spell to drop the 3-1's power down to 1 so it would live. So he's getting lots of value out of the skeleton, but using lots of cards in the process. So we're going to drop the Triumphant Jarl. We're ahead in life and gain 2 cards. Hit him for 2 life and pass turn. The 2-2 doesn't really represent enough to kill either of those creatures, kill my 2-3. So he's just going to go ahead and hit me for all the damage he can, letting me draw more cards. Now, I know last game I was saying, hit him, hit him, hit him, let him draw cards. But now I'm up to 9 mana. 9 mana is more than 5 or 6. More threats in his situation might not have been the best thing. It allowed me to get to my Battle Spear here and Gonna let me put the battle spear onto my 4/4, turning him into a 5/7. I'm going to use my 5/7 to clear out the 4/2 skeleton, and then I'm going to hit him in the face for 5. Get my rally on. I'm then going to use the tinkering on the fancy 6-drop over there, or the 4-drop, excuse me, turning him into a 5-drop. Get rid of the pawnbroker, because I don't like the 5-drop, turning him into a 6-drop Scarred Drillmaster. Wow, legendary. That's great. So to protect that legendary, we're going to go ahead and just get rid of the 1/1. We don't want any shenanigans with that 1/1. He's going to instantly kill the 5/5 legendary with an Edict of Azura. Clear out the right lane, hit me for 3, bringing me down to 16, and playing another lethal creature in the left. Well, that's okay. We can afford to take 4 more life. So, well, no, we're not. We're going to split the garters up, excuse me, not take any life. So, except for what breaks through on the left. So he's going to cast into time our 6/6. Phalanx Exemplar on the right. That's a great pair of cards for him. 2 excellent 5-drops. Taking me down to 11 life. Getting a little bit nervous here. I do like the cards in my deck, so in my hand. So we'll see what happens here. Gonna drop the Rift and Pillager down as a 5/6, and the Blighted Werebat is gonna go behind him along with the Pillager, and load up that right hand lane. Gain 2 life in the process with the Werebat. He can't do anything about any of my creatures, so he's going to hit me in the face, bringing me down to 5 life. Gonna Spirit Knife and play a Bruma Profiteer and a Stalwart Ally that is going to miss. Wow, that's huge for us if that would have hit and gotten guard. But it didn't, so we're going to Spirit Knife the 5/6. Pick up a Sorceress. I'm going to play the Pawnbroker to get some information. Picked up a Maple Shield. Now we're not going to clear out his minions. We're going to go ahead and gain the 4 life and take him down to 6. And we do the math, and he's only got 9 on us. But we're going to do 2 more right here, taking us up to 11, and bringing him down to 4. He's going to draw a card, hoping for a miracle. But a miracle he did not get. Drop a Garter over into the left. Throw the Throne Aligned into the right. Guarding up both lanes. So, looks like he is going to live 1 more turn here. We are going to drop the Dragon on the right along with the Gatekeeper on the Saran Pawnbroker to clear out the right-hand lane. And we're not going to take off the ward with the 3/2. So what that did was leave us in the left-hand lane with a 2/2 Garter, a 3/2 face against his 5/5. He's going to drop a 6/6 in the right-hand lane. Exalter, along with a lethal 4/3, yet another Sanitizer in the left lane. This is some tough plays. You see, I'm already running out of time because it took me the whole turn to figure out what I wanted to do here. Savage Ogre onto him to take out his Garter. I'm going to throw the Ash Berserker in the left-hand lane. He can only do 10 to me. So if he didn't draw an answer right there, he drew a Hollow Death Priest. Gonna turn my 9-drop dragon into a 2/2, but it's not gonna matter. He's gonna smash us down to 1, and we're gonna have the 5 to take him. Whew, that was a nerve-wracking game. I did not know if I was gonna win that one. To be able to face off on the 6-0 boss fight, but we did. We did. Here we are, game 7, excuse me, 6-0. We're going to put back the Rift and Pillager. It's not, we like it later on in the game when we've already broken some runes. We're going to pick up a 2-drop, a 4-drop, and a 7-drop. The 2-drop's a spell. Luckily, we drew a 2-drop Relic Hunter that we can coin out. He passed on turn 1. Turn 2, he's playing a Freebooter. We don't really like that Freebooter, so we're just going to get rid of it and pass turn. He's going to play a Murkwater Guide for 2 over there. I'm just going to coin out our Elusive Shimmer. That's a great answer for that. It lets us draw a card, and when it dies, goes back into our deck, so we can keep drawing cards. He's going to hit us for 4, make us do the dirty work with the Elusive Shimmer. So we're just going to take out the 4/2. Now at this point, the only play I really had was to play down the 4-drop Ash Berserker, and I decided to do it in the right. I don't want to give him anything to kill into the kill with that Haunted Spirit. So he's going to Lightning Storm my Ash Berserker. Don't blame him, but I'm just going to keep the pressure on the right-hand lane with my 5/1 Warder. He's going to play a 6/5 Drainer that on the left that I am going to promptly kill after letting him have a card, get a little information, but then Spirit Knife the 6/5 Drainer, drawing us our Clockwork Scorpion. It's a great pull for us. He's going to drop a 1-drop Brutal Ashlander and a 4-drop Nyx Hound and not hit us for 3 in the left. So our strategy of hogging the right lane is working out for us. He is not letting us do damage in the left. He's not doing damage to us in the left. He is answering our threats in the right. Exactly what we want. So we're going to play the Sanitizer as a lethal in the right and Pawnbroker to pick up a Cruel Flyer Bloom. Great card for us. He's going to clear off the ward, letting us breaking our first rune, getting a Stone Throw, picking up our Frost Trail Dragon. That's a great top deck for us. We're going to go ahead and hit him for 3 because we've already broken 2 runes. And drop our 5/5 with Ward. He has the he dropped a 7/7 with Drain. It's a great card for him, and he's going to use the Ash Piercer to procure that into a Drainer. He's going to take off the Drain, turn it into a 1/5 at first, 1/7, and then take off the Drain. But that's still going to allow me to play my Frosttail Dragon into the 7/6, doing 4 more damage to it, finishing it off with the 2/3 Pawnbroker, hitting him for 1 more, and passing turn. He's going to play a Nixox and exalt into a 6/6 Regenerator. Once again, he's still not hitting us in the left-hand lane with his Haunted Spirit. He doesn't want to let us draw more cards. So we're just going to play the Battle Spear onto our dragon, which allows the Stone Throw to kill the 6/6. And then before we attack, we're going to use the Imposter to get a 7/7. And then attack with the 7-drop and the 1 to bring him down to 11. and then finish it off with the 0-drop seamer, and that's when he chose to die. So there you have it, 7-0, coming at you with the arena. My name is Dave, aka Some High Guy here at Legends. I hope to bring you more videos like this one. Check out our channel, come back often. Rich and Dave R&D will be bringing you lots more 7-win arena runs. Quickly go through our winnings here. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Aloha.